The Hollow Silence of Grayridge. Part 1. The Arrival. The van sputtered down the cracked highway, its headlights slicing through a veil of mist that refused to lift. Jenna gripped the wheel tighter as the faded welcome sign loomed out of the fog. Welcome to Grayridge. Population 3 for 882. The number was crossed out. Beneath it, someone had scrawled in dripping black paint, "Not anymore." The town had been abandoned since 1991, after a mysterious chemical plant explosion. That was the official story. Jenna, a freelance photojournalist with a taste for the macabre, didn't buy it. There were no real records, no death tolls, no survivors' accounts, just silence. That's what drew her in. She parked in front of what used to be a diner, its windows clouded with grime. The silence pressed against the van like a weight. No wind, no birds. Even her phone lost signal a few miles back. With her camera slung around her neck and a flashlight in hand, Jenna stepped into the forgotten town, unaware she had just crossed a threshold that no one returned from. Part 2. Echoes of the Past. Jenna moved through Main Street like an archaeologist in a museum of ruin. Storefronts sat hollow, shelves still stocked with rotting goods. At the barber's, she snapped a picture of a newspaper from the day before the town was sealed off. The headline read, "Grayridge on edge. Strange illness or mass hysteria." As dusk descended, she made camp in the old motel. Room 6 still had a key in the door. Inside, dust coated every surface, but everything was intact, like the occupants had just vanished midlife. That night, she heard footsteps above her, but the motel had only one floor. Part 3. The Children. The next morning, Jenna explored the elementary school. The walls were covered in peeling murals of smiling suns and stick-figure children. Desks were overturned. A thick trail of dried, darkened fluid led from a classroom to the janitor's closet. Inside was a mural painted in what looked like ink. Children, all with black voids for eyes, holding hands in a circle around a towering figure drawn in jagged lines. Beneath it, someone had scratched into the wall, "We made it real." A soft giggle echoed through the hall. Jenna turned, but saw nothing. Her camera clicked instinctively. When she reviewed the photo, there was a small handprint on the window behind her. But there had been no window. Part 4. The Siren. On the third night, the town's emergency siren blared at precisely 3:03 a.m. Jenna bolted upright in bed, heart hammering. The sound was broken, like a scream stretched too far. She looked out the window. In the middle of the street stood a figure. It was tall, impossibly tall, with arms that reached the ground. It didn't move, just watched. She raised her camera. The flash burst. The figure vanished. The siren stopped. In her photo, the figure was still there. Closer. Part 5. The Fog. Jenna tried to leave the next day. She retraced the road she came in on. But after hours of driving, she found herself back in Grayridge. The town had rearranged itself. Fog clung to everything now. Shapes moved within it. Glimpses of people with hollow eyes and broken limbs that twitched like insects. She heard whispers in the static of her broken radio. They said her name. That night she boarded up the motel windows. Something knocked, gently, rhythmically. like a child wanting to come in. Part 6. The Hollow Man. She began piecing together the story. Old diaries, Polaroids, cryptic notes. Grayridge had always been strange. People went missing. Time acted oddly. Clocks ticked backwards. The children had started a game, some kind of summoning, inspired by a book they found in the school's basement. The game birthed the Hollow Man. He didn't kill, he emptied, took memories, faces, souls, left shells. One journal ended with, "He wears the face you fear most." That night, Jenna saw her father in the street, dead 20 years. He smiled. His eyes were pits. Part 7. The Fade. Jenna's photos began to change. Images she hadn't taken appeared on the roll, of herself, sleeping, crying, bleeding. One showed her standing beside the Hollow Man, smiling like an old friend. She began forgetting things. Her name, her purpose, the day of the week. Every time she tried to write something down, the words melted off the page. She found herself in places she didn't remember walking to. Her voice didn't sound like hers anymore. Part 8. Reunion. In the school basement, she found the book, bound in leather, cold to the touch. It whispered to her in the dark. It didn't tell her how to banish him, only how to invite him fully into the world. Her camera captured its final image. The Hollow Man, arms outstretched, mouth wide with joy. The town breathed. Part 9. Silence. Grayridge is still there. Roads still loop back to it. The fog is thicker now. Sometimes hikers go missing in that part of the state. Locals say it's the chemical spill, but those who've seen the photographs know better. There's a camera in the diner now, sitting on the counter, coated in dust. If you look through the viewfinder, you'll see Jenna smiling. She's waiting, and behind her, so close he could touch you, is the Hollow Man. The end.